everybody, and Brightest Blessings. Lady Leeanna here with another edition of Tarot Card Lessons Made Easy. And it is great to be back here talking to you once more. Now, we are working on the Suit of Swords, and we've gone through all the major arcana, we've gone through the minor arcana, Suit of Wands, and the majority of the Suit of Swords. Now we're working on the Seven of Swords. And if you have your cards, then you need to dig them out, especially if they are different from mine. Because though the meanings stay the same, you want to apply the symbols to the meanings while it's being talked about. Also, if you don't have your cards yet, or if you have the same suit of mine, you may not want to dig yours out because you can follow on the screen as I place this card big and bold up before your eyes. But we'll begin now, starting with the symbols and the cards. First off, in the Seven of Swords, we have a young man who's acting very sneaky, looking back behind him at the two swords that he's having to leave behind as he carries the bulk of them with him, which would probably represent sacrifice, leaving behind something for the greater good. Or maybe you're moving and you can't fit everything, so you're having to leave behind a few items. Maybe you're having a garage sale because you can't carry it all with you, and maybe you need money more. And so you're leaving behind the items so that you can gain. Alright? Let's see. The sneakiness within the card represents theft, burglary, someone taking that which doesn't belong to them. Can be a warning that you're about to be burglarized, or someone is going to take advantage of you when you enter into an agreement or a partnership with them. It shows him kind of eyeing back there also some tents. Its representation is of a large city in the old days, and there are flags on the top, and the wind is blowing the flags the opposite direction, which means that he's running against the wind, and it may mean that there are holdups of plans. He may not get where he wants to be as fast as he could be, and there are things heavy bearing, that travel with him. So, having a hard time, but will manage to reach his goals. Like I've said in other videos, anytime you see forms of transportation and they're emphasized on, then it does mean that transportation, and what it is, whether it's a chariot, a boat, or whatever, may give a representation as to whether you'll get there fast or slow. And the feet can be another representation of that when they're highlighted through light colors or bright colors, like the boots that this man is wearing and the position that his legs are in, emphasizing on how he's making his way away. So transportation is indicated here, and it shows slow going either way. The swords are always a thing of logic, knowledge, and wisdom. And because he's leaving some behind and taking the bulk of it, it may mean that one may need to clear their mind to a large degree to get where they need to be in a decision that has to be made. Maybe one is looking too much over all of their problems, all of them being very urgent or as important as each other, but when you're looking at all of them at one time, it can tend to be a bit confusing. And so you may need to put some of it back behind you so that you could focus on the most prominent and remove the obstacles one at a time. And so that would be a great representation within this card. The red hat is a thinking cap. It's emphasized by its red color. Also, it's very high, which means reaching to a new height, wanting to evolve. And it may, on the job, mean that you may have to leave some people behind that you've been working closely with in order to evolve. Maybe somebody in the office is holding you back, or people on the job is holding you back. There may be some that are holding you back, but some that are helping you. And you may want to hold to the ones that are being of a help to you while having to abandon, whether you like it or not, the people that are holding you back. And you really need to sit back, think about and consider this very deeply so that you can progress a lot more lightly. You know, let's see. Someone stealing from you, entering into a contract or agreement that will go very bad. Someone trying to take advantage of you. Watch out for burglary and theft, and increase the security of your house and systems. Watch out for borrowing things and being accused of stealing them, and likewise be careful about loaning things out and having someone never return them, or moving away with them, or breaking them and not trying to compensate you for it. This is all very, very important for you to consider within the card. When talking about love and relationship, and there's a lot of sexuality represented throughout the red in the cards, may mean that one may have to leave a lover behind, or maybe their single life where they're very promiscuous so that they could progress in something that would bring them a great amount of joy and contentment in the future, whether they know it or not. Cutting losses, okay? Looking to the higher power for answers on what it is one should do, and trying to make a decision and coming to conclusions that can help them to progress in life. Abandoning certain aspects of spirituality because they seem to conflict with other things that you feel at one with. These are very, very important considerations when evaluating the Seven of Swords, and all very, very deep. Flags also represent go. It means that you need to go before it's too late. You need to make headway because it's going to be kind of tumultuous as it is. The card does definitely represent going against the grain. Other people might speak against you because they disagree with your notions. You may have to disagree with other people's notions. And so in business, it means you need to walk very sure-footedly, make your decisions justly, use every bit of logic and knowledge that you possibly can, and expect that you are going to lose friends or the alliances of certain people at work. Okay? Now, in the upside down position, we're going to turn this card around for you in the upside down position. Okay? And what it means is getting back that which belongs to you. High powers aid. Being able to victorize and triumphant without anything holding you back. Getting back an old love that has been lost may take a certain amount of communication, a great amount of logic and thought and self-sacrifice in getting this person back that you so want. Or it may mean that someone is trying to come back to you that you're not really sure whether you want to take them back or not. And so you'll have to give a fair amount of thought as to whether you're going to do this or not, and lay out certain grounds if you decide that indeed you are. It does show that this would happen with haste. The card in the upside down position is overall a pretty good and positive card. Pretty light. Does show victory, does show acquiring that which is wanted, does show someone giving you that which has been lost. If there was an inheritance that belonged to you and you never got, it could come to you very quickly, giving the other cards within the spread. Or if you've been battling over something in a court, then it shows that the judge would grant it in your favor before it's over with. Let's see, what else can this say to us? Sexual love. It does show a lot to do with that. Too many lovers. And it does say that this can go against you in the long run. But it does show you living high in life. So live happy, but be prosperous in that. Making wrong choices could lead to disease. So, getting something that is not wanted when we're talking about areas of sexuality. Okay, so watch out, because you may get more than what you bargained for whenever you have too many lovers, or you get with the wrong person and all it takes is one. Or if you take a mate, love, or consort from the past back, you may get a lot of excessive baggage that you did not want, and you may have to bow out of that relationship once again. Anyway, that's the gist of this particular card. And I think that I've covered my grounds pretty strongly. It does show streams of water running in many different directions in the backdrop of the picture, which represents the mind flow, the deep subconscious, and what it really hopes for. So you may be dreaming a lot around this particular time because you're pulled in so many different directions in thought. And so you need to still that water. You need to calm things so that you can come to better conclusions with how you need to deal with things, and take one thing at a time. I feel that the water is running in 3 different directions in this card, which means you're pulled in so many different ways, and you're not going to come up with a definite answer there, or if you do so, it's not going to be easy. You really need to slow down, take it easy, and think before you act. Be careful about other people. You need to watch around you to see who you feel that you can trust or not, because there's an untrustworthy adversary in your mix that would pose to be a friend or a co-employee or somebody that you feel that you might could trust. It shows a very sneaky person. So watch out and do beware of making any agreements one way or the other. Alright? Lady Leeanna with another episode of Tarot Card Lessons Made Easy. And I truly hope that I've been of a help to you and that you'll tune in for other shows. Please do rate, comment, and subscribe. I notice that the channel is being very unengaging with the people here, and I have to wonder sometimes if I'm doing anything positive. I need to really know that. Any video creator really wants to know that they're doing something that may be helpful to other people. You know, I do want to know that I'm just not spinning my wheels. I really strive to be of a help. Anyway, rate, comment, and subscribe, and please share the video along up on your Facebook, upon your Twitter accounts, your Google Plus, so that other people might benefit from these lessons. I really do feel that the tarot cards, they're a truly great tool and can be harnessed by anybody. But you have to really, really want it. And other people really need to know that it's easy to get the lessons, and for free, by tuning into YouTube or Daily Motion, which is another channel that I have. Another video platform that I go through, I should say. And those of you that I'm airing this to on Daily Motion, please, by the same token, repost this video around so other people could benefit from it. Anyway, guys, I really do appreciate the ones of you who are being engaging and being very communicative. It is really good to hear from you guys. Take care of yourself, and brightest blessings. Bye-bye.